Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Comm Box. It's GK and ZK here to tell you what's happening in the GT and MI eliminator that's happening in Chandigarh. Mumbai had set quite a mammoth target for Gujarat. It was a 228 score that they got in 20 overs. And you'd have to say at the halfway mark of the chase, things are not too bad. Gujarat is at 106 for 2. They lost their captain, Shubman Gill, early. They lost him cheap. Then Kushal Mendes had some fireworks when he came in and then foot slipped, got out, hit wicket. But Sai Sudharsan, he has been the star. He has been the key. And with 12 and over to get in the back 10, you'd have to say the game is quite evenly poised right now, Zach.
Yeah, you got to say that. And I think all because of one man, Sai Sudharsan, he's just batting superbly. Pretty much scoring 70% of the team's total at this stage. Hanging in there. And anything around 12 to get in the back 10, you would say that game on. With 8 wickets in hand. You've seen with Gujarat Titans, you have Shah Rukh, you have Rashid, you have Tewatia, you have Sharfain to come. So that's 70, 80 runs. So if this batters, if these two manage to get another, say, 30, 40 runs, then it will be a very interesting game for sure.
It's such a good point because you're not saying that because of ability. It's not because of ability. It's because they haven't had too much time in the middle. This middle order has actually not had time in the middle because the success of 1, 2, 3. When 1, 2, 3 get all the runs, it means that 4, 5, 6, 7 don't really need to bat. So it's not really their fault. It's almost like the evil of the success, right? Is that's what happens. So which then means that Mumbai is still looking at Sai Sudharsan and going, that's the key. If we can get that wicket, there is enough for us to put pressure on because you don't know if that middle order can get 100 plus runs.
So either you get the wicket of Sai Sudharsan or you keep him off the strike. So one of the two. Either way, they will have the upper hand. If they are able to keep Sai Sudharsan at the other end, not make him face many deliveries, then also you will have a better chance of building that pressure, which will result in a wicket. That's what the timeout will bring for them. That's how the messages will be going in. To Hardik as well from the dugout in terms of keeping Sai Sudharsan off the strike or get him out. One of the two.
But Sai Sudharsan is actually batting with Washington Sundar and he is one of the cleverest cookies you can have in that partnership. Look at him. He is ensuring that Sai Sudharsan does not stay off strike, right? Because he's just so cleverly rotating the strike. He's 16 himself, not out of 12 deliveries. He's hit a couple of good shots, but more importantly, keeps getting Sai Sudharsan back on strike. So this partnership has been very significant for them to keep this scoreboard ticking and to keep in kind of pace with the asking rate.
Well, they'll have to account for Bumrah's overs as well. So that's something which, he's bowled 2 overs, so 2 to go. So those 12 deliveries are something which you have to keep an eye on. How are you going to manage that? Is this something which GT batters will have to be smart about in terms of tactically how they can put other bowlers under pressure. Hardik would want to finish all the other bowlers, maybe get the impact sub in and
just got him in, by the way. Ashwini's just come in.
So Ashwini was expected impact sub in this lineup. We'll have to see how he comes into play. But Dew is certainly a factor tonight. So that rules out the spin option as well. To a larger degree, and how you build it up, how you build the pressure up from here, and how Gujarat Titans will look to attack the other bowlers. Keeping Bumrah's 2 overs in mind is going to be the real tactics.
Interesting thing though is that while Gujarat has got more than 100 in the first 10, they've only hit 3 sixes. So yet again, Sai Sudharsan doing what he does, which is, the Japanese death by 1,000 cuts, like the samurai does. He just kind of bleed out slowly, and that's what he's done to the Mumbai bowlers. So if I was to ask you, Zach, put you on the spot, I know very tough question, but advantage who at this point?
At this stage, you would still say MI.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, I mean, Bumrah's 2 overs, how they're going to go. So that advantage is still with MI. But in terms of game situation, I think 12 runs per over at this stage is just about ideal for GT to make the play. So that's the point which I was trying to make. If tactically they're smart, if right now they're smart in terms of attacking the bowlers and not really leaving the game too late and looking to catch the game a bit earlier than later, then it can be Gujarat's impact.
They've got 13 runs in that 11th over, which means 110 to get of 9 overs. That means just a smidge over 12. So what Zach is saying, and trust me, he knows a thing or two. He spent the last 2.5 months in the dugout. So telling you at 12 and over, they can keep up with this asking rate. Anything can happen in those last 4-5 overs. And 5 over 60, or you're always backing the batting side.
5 over 60, I think it's going to be Gujarat's game then.
Yeah.
To lose.
Fair.
So they will have their noses ahead for sure at that stage. If they leave, say 12 runs per over, still they manage to keep the tempo up and have 60 to get in the last 5, I think it'll be a great chance for Gujarat.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes. It is becoming a very exciting game actually, and a very even game, which is what we wanted, because yesterday's game was quite one-sided. So today the eliminator is promising to be a nail-biter. We will, of course, be here after you bite all your nails off on Cricbuzz Live. So do join us then. All we have for you on the Comm Box for now. Goodbye.